I'm Chia Linolti, and I'm going to demonstrate a basic facial. I have here all my products. I have on my tray with an SMA, I have my water, my hand sanitizer, my gloves, my Meg Light and magnifying glasses, my 4x4s, my fan brush for mask, 2x2 spatulas, my tissues, my cotton swabs, and all my products: moisturizer, eye cream, mask, massage cream, toner, exfoliant, cleanser. Here I have my area set up. I have my fitted sheet right here. I have my top sheet, the drape for my client, the towel that is going to go on top of the décolleté, this one to brace the client's neck. This is where I'm going to drape her head, and under I have headband. And I'm going to start my procedure. First thing I'm going to do is perform the hand washing procedure, 20 seconds with between 20 to 30 seconds with soap. And I'm going to dry my hands with the disposable towel and toss that in the trash. After I've done that, I'm going to prep my area. And that means I'm going to, before anything, put my gloves on. I'm going to use my Rejuvenate wipes. I'm going to wipe down my table, wait 2 minutes until it dries. I'm going to grab another wipe and do it again. Make sure it's dry. I'm going to make sure my steamer is on, because it usually takes a little bit to heat it up. I'm going to use distilled water for the steamer. Make sure I have everything what I showed to you guys, and all my spatulas and everything. Make sure it's everything here, and that I have a little bit of extra just in case it dropped or something like that. If I'm using hot towels, I want to have at least 3 hot towels, and make sure the warmer is on at this point, because it also takes a little bit of time. And after all that is done, I'm going to take my gloves off, put in the trash, do the hand washing procedure again. For anything, I have to make sure all my stuff is covered. So I have done the hand washing procedure after all my sanitation. And now I'm going to do my client consultation. When my client arrives, normally they would be in a chair, but in this case she's going to be here. And I'm going to ask her if she has had any fillers, all the products that she has been using in the last 2 to 3 weeks. Make sure she doesn't have any contraindications. I definitely don't want to do anything abrasive if the client has been using retinol. So at least 48 hours. I need them to not have been using those products. If they told me that they had Botox or fillers or anything like that in the last week, I would probably want to reschedule this facial. After I confirm with my client what she wants, if she wants to relax, if she wants more like extractions, I'm going to tell the client, hand her the drape, ask her to go and change her clothes and come back to the bed. If they need help, I can help them. At this point, I'm going to wash my hands again, same procedure, 20 seconds, dry a disposable towel, and I will come back and make sure I start the procedure. So at this point, I'm going to drape my client. She is comfortable. Make sure I cover the ears. I'm gonna use this headband to make sure my towel is secure. Going to drape her. And put this on her décolleté. She is all set. So now I'm going to start by cleansing her face. Although I just washed my hands because I touched other stuff, I would sanitize my hands again. And at this point, I'm going to grab my spatula, my cleanser. I'm going to grab two 2x2s and my cleanser. I'm going to apply a little bit to each one of those. I'm going to dispose my spatula on the trash, and I'm going to gently put those on top of her eyes and put a little bit of pressure just so her makeup starts to dissolve a little bit. I'm going to grab another spatula, another 2x2, cleanser again, and I'm going to clean her lip. Spatula on the trash, sanitize my hand. The lip, I want to brace. So half on this side, half on this side, and I'm going to repeat this 3 times. Dispose this, sanitize my hands. Now I'm going to start cleansing her eyes, bracing downward. Three times. Trash, sanitize. Same thing, sanitize. Now I'm going to wash her face. So clean spatula, cleanser, put it in my hand, water, emulsify. Just doing here to show on the camera, but I wouldn't be doing this on top of the client. And I'm going to start in the chin, apply all the product. Making sure I'm doing the neck. And at this point, I start to kind of take a first look at the client's skin. See if she has any cuts in her face that I want to avoid. Okay. Once I'm done with the cleansing of the face, I can use a disposable sponge, a 4x4 or a hot towel. I'm going to use 4x4s. Make sure I wet them and that I squeeze the excess water. I'm just going to wipe everything off, avoiding the eyes. I'm going to do this 3 times just to make sure I get all the cleanser off. It goes in the trash. I sanitize my hands. Now I'm going to get my magnifying glasses and light. And I'm going to analyze her skin, looking for white or black heads. This is when I can mention to the client what I'm seeing. And some clients actually want to know what you're doing, so that's when you can ask them what their concerns are again. Now I know what type of skin she's got and what kind of products I should use. I'm going to sanitize my hands, and I'm going to apply my exfoliant in my hand the same way that I did with the cleanser. Disposable spatula, put in my hand, dispose of the spatula, sanitize. Rub my hands together. I can also use a fan brush for this. And if I want to use a rotating brush, this would be a good time. That's when I also start the steamer. And the steamer will be facing her chin, just so it's comfortable. And I would leave it on for between 3 to 5 minutes, or according to manufacturer's directions. Make sure I get on all those corners and the chin, because I already looked at her skin, so I know she's got a lot of blackheads in her chin and on the side of the nose. So I'm going to make sure I go on the area. Don't forget the upper lip. And I'm going to use a 4x4 wet and drained, but honestly I prefer a hot towel at this point because the exfoliant usually has some kind of beads, so it's easier to remove the whole thing, but this will work for now. Making sure I remove the whole thing. Three times. Trash, sanitize. So now I'm going to perform my extractions. The most important things with my extractions, I have to be wearing gloves, because there could be, she could have pustules, and we do not want that on ours. And she could also bleed. Wet hands and gloves do not mix. So what am I going to use for my extractions? I can use Q-tips. That I would spray with astringent before, or I can wrap my finger on a tissue that I also spray with toner. So I'm going to start with the Q-tips. I wouldn't do this in front of the client on her face, but I'm just doing here to show. And I'm going to put pressure in one. If I have to do a different one, I would get a different Q-tip. So this goes in the trash. With the tissue, I make sure I also spray toner on it, or astringent. I'm going to wrap this on my finger. And I would perform the extraction like this. Once I'm done, I'm going to throw everything in the trash, including the gloves. And I'm going to use one of my 4x4s to tone her skin and close her pores. After this, I'm going to sanitize my hands and I'm going to start with the massage. Get my spatula, my massage cream, put it in my hand. First, I'm going to just apply. From the chin to the forehead. I'm going to do effleurage and trying not to ever take my hands off of the client's face. I'm going to do petrissage. I'm going to do tapotement around the eyes and brow bone, zygomatic arch, and upper cheekbones. Effleurage Caesar movements along the nose. And I'm going to do all those 3 times. I'm going to remove the massage cream with a hot towel or a 4x4, wet 4x4. I'm going to dispose, sanitize my hands. I'm going to, if I have to mix my mask, this is where I mix, and I would put in a container and mix with water. My mask does not need mixing, so I'm just going to grab the mask and applying to my client's face. Here's my fan brush, trying to lift as less as possible. The mask will stay on for 5 to 10 minutes or according to manufacturer's directions. This is going on my to be disinfected items. Sanitize my hands. 10 minutes have passed. I'm going to remove this with my 4x4s or towel. Making sure to avoid the client's eyes. Now I'm going to tone my client's skin, and this is a good time to also make sure all the product has been removed. I'm going to toss in the trash, sanitize my hands, and now I'm going to apply eye cream, spatula, going to put it on my fingers, dispose that. I'm just going to lightly tap it under the eyes. And this usually absorbs really easily. It's a good time for a gentle massage. And now I'm going to apply moisturizer with SPF. Grab the disposable spatula, put it on my hand. And I'm just going to gently apply. And that's it. The service has been completed. I'm going to gently wake my client up, and once she decides that she wants to get up, I'm going to help her out of the bed. She's going to change her clothes. I'm going to escort her to the reception area, and after that I'm going to sanitize everything. I'm going to take the sheets, put it in the dirty laundry. Everything that it was disposable is going in the trash. Everything that is to be sanitized, this is the moment where I'm going to follow the manufacturer's directions and sanitize everything. And again, I'm going to put my gloves on, and I'm going to use my Rejuvenate wipes. 2 minutes on my bed and everything that I've used. Wait to dry, another wipe, 2 minutes again. That's it.